Hello and welcome back to a very special Halloween Attract mode presented by Lady Arcaders. You are joining us for our momentous, movement-filled, explosive, dynamic showcase of some very special boomer shooter games. We just saw a run of Trepang 2, Trepang Squared by Astrid the Horror Girl, and we are about to see a new game plus Glitchless run of F.E.A.R by Fina2112. Take it away, Fina!
Hello everyone, and welcome. My name is Fina2112, and I am a variety streamer here. F.E.A.R is one of my most favorite games of all time, and I am very, very happy and proud to be able to showcase this for everyone. We're going to be able to play on low difficulty because the speedrun allows us to. So we're going to make it easier for ourselves. And the game opens with 3 cutscene skips right in a row. But the thing you need to know is we're chasing after a man called Paxton Fettel, and he eats people in order to gain their knowledge and memories. So without any further ado, rip Johnny Trepangus, and we will begin. Time begins as soon as I hit enter. So, 3, 2, 1, go.
We've tracked Fettel to an abandoned building just up ahead. No sign of enemy activity on the satellite, but don't take any chances. Jankowski, you in position?
Just say the word.
All right, move it out.
Thank you for the yeehaws. Well, that's funky. We put the gun away because having guns out makes us run slower. And the only exception to that is when we have out the remote mine detonator, which we will get later in the game. Different guns have a different rate that they reduce your speed by. And so the pistol's not that bad, but everything counts. Every single little bit counts when you're speedrunning. The padlocks in this game are actually the hardest bosses. If there are bosses, that is them.
Come on. You ready? Go!
And there are 3 of them. 4 of them. That we need to shoot in the game. It doesn't seem so bad, and then you realize that you have to stop and take careful aim at it.
Transmitter signal's coming from nearby. It's gotta be around there somewhere.
And we're about to have our first run-in with Paxton Fettel. Or as my community sometimes calls him, the messy jam baby. Because look at this man. And look at how much jam he's completely covered in.
The dead man's name was Charles Haberger. I remember him. But are the memories mine or hers?
It makes no difference. He deserved to die. They all deserve to die.
So that's what we're dealing with.
Come in. Over.
The man hits you with a 2x4 and has you dead to rights, and then just leaves you alone for no apparent reason.
What kind of situation? We located those soldiers you were looking for, but we're under orders not to engage until you guys reconnoiter. Understood. I've got 2 birds en route to your position. You should have a visual shortly. We'll be ready.
What do you think of the new point? Hey, back already?
All right, and now we've gotta chase some of the soldiers that he controls with his mind over to the harbor. You know, you're probably right, Dragaran.
Come on, make a push!
I think he does like the chase.
I've tried to forget. I've tried so hard to forget.
Little cutscene skip. And we're on to the next split. So Paxton Fettel is able to psychically control a bunch of super soldiers, but he's not like super good at it. So you're gonna see a lot of these supposed quote super soldiers get their butts absolutely handed to them by Point Man. I think it's important to remember that he's controlling 1,000 of them all at the same time. He has access to an entire battalion. And we're gonna enter something I like to call Howl Percent. The game is gonna yell at us, and we're gonna skip a cutscene by just cleverly walking through this little gate right here. But since we skipped that cutscene, the game thinks that we're back behind the gate, and because of that, it plays this like 20-second soundbite over and over and over again because it's trying to be super scary and like build the tension so that you can see a little girl turn that first team you were with into jam on the floor. But that's a waste of time. Hello, Mora. Yes, I am pretty good at this. I used to hold the world record for Glitchless. I'm now like 6th or something. But I'm still very good. Normally, you've got to wait for that box to go all the way to the end of the room, but, we'll pass on that, thanks. Grenade out.
Someone there.
Oh, the karate kicks? They're probably the best part of this. We're going to do more slide tackling, and then we're going to do karate kicks, but we are going to do them. The melee attack in this game is just fantastic.
Is someone there?
And the whole room lights on fire, and Alma tries to kill us for the first time. So we jump out a window instead. Because our reflexes are too good. They're just too good. And now that soundbite is done. Does Monolith still exist?
He's alive.
I think it does, but it's mired in,
Although I don't know how he survived.
a lot of red tape from Sierra and Warner Brothers.
Gotta take that fucker out fast.
It's unfortunate, but I don't think the series is gonna ever get more
can't send
games
him
or like get
alone? That's
remasters or
crazy.
anything.
He can take care of himself. Now move.
But we did just get Trepang 2, which is a spiritual successor to F.E.A.R. And we're getting something that was a little inspired by F.E.A.R. in Suleika soon.
Something big is going on. No shit. My people are right in the middle of it. I hear you.
They did do the Lord of the Rings games.
Looks that way. I'm a little short on detail. I guess this ain't a covert op anymore.
Gotta run along this little bridge here. We're looking for people that work for Armacam. And we're tracking the soldiers down and saying, hey, what are you doing here? Well, it turns out there's a team of people that were investigating some of the effects of the water in the area. So that's why we're at a water treatment facility.
We have a possible intruder reported in your vicinity. Target spotted! He's trying to flank. Team, take cover.
This is padlock number 2. And as you can see, I had to stop and take careful aim.
You're exposed!
Excuse me, Mr. Replica. I don't think I am exposed. Point Man is covered from head to toe completely.
Responding. Team, back up. Negative. Stay one.
Oh, we got a good spawn on those 3 enemies.
Target sighted!
Oh no. That's not good. Please get out of the way. Well, we lost a lot of HP that we shouldn't have. But that's okay. It's gonna be fine. Honestly, it really is a mess. There you go. Slide kick and a ninja kick each. Hey, hey. Gotta get rid of those guys, you know? Anything that keeps us moving forward is better than standing melee attacks. Oh, heck yeah. Thank you, Jeannie. And just like that, another split. I used to call this split where runs go to die, because there's a very hard jump here. Also, if you blinked, you missed it, but I took a grenade through a plate glass window.
Stand aside. Draw in. Wait for my signal.
So we just do some tricky jumping. Pick up some health and armor.
Command, what's the sit rep? Hostile! Cover fire!
And we run. And we have a shotgun early. Perfect. That's exactly what we want to happen. And we got it in 1. Perfect. That jump is extremely hard.
Target sighted! Take cover!
Oh, thank goodness. The replicants didn't say, "We've got a sniper!" My brother... I'm literally using a shotgun. I'm not a sniper. So, lots of
Seeing a substantial mobilization on the satellite.
sections of this game are just clever movement mechanics. So what we did there was, in the water, it gets extremely hard for you to like move properly.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So if I look down at the ground and walk backwards, it pops me out of the water easier than trying to look up and jump.
No, wait, you've got the wrong guy. Hush now, Mr. Moody. The time for talk is done. Please, no!
And Alma's here. Hi, Alma. Yeah, we don't bother with ladders and jump scares.
A devastating explosion in the harbor this evening may not have been an accident.
She scuttles just like me, for real. Yes, it does make sense that the people that did the F.E.A.R. AI also did the vengeance system.
There's something in the water.
There's something in the water. So we're about to meet our first person from the team from Armacam Technology. Well, the second. Chuck Habiger was already dead when we found him. This guy, Bill Moody, he talks to us. And quick little jump scare warning, there will be one as soon as I exit this vent.
Where is she?
So we throw a mine up here, switch back to regular grenades, reload each of our weapons in the dark, and then we turn our flashlight back on. We've got to kill a bunch of enemies in order to open up a door. And we pick up some remote mines in the corner. So far, everything is going pretty well. I missed the jump. I had to say something, didn't I? That's alright, it's not the worst. No, you can't see me. I'm John Fina. I'm just gonna do it the regular way. All right, end of split. Let's go.
Tomcat, this is Dead Mother. I know you guys are hurting, but we could really use your help with this Armacam situation. I just lost contact with my recon team, and the brass wants me to send in more men, which I'm reluctant to do.
All right, so this guy right here is placing down some remote mines. We're going to have to blow them up, and then we're going to use the slow-mo for the only time that we ever do in this game. Because we're going to damage boost through this beam of electricity. Oh no! Oh, that's tragic.
Tell you what, can you spare a chopper? It looks like a full-scale withdrawal. My truck is open, bubbles with an Armacam, so maybe we can help it. Can do.
Go hit that electrical box to turn it off.
The data's uploading now.
And then we move on with our day.
I found a wastewater analysis summary addressed to
Oh, good. He opened the door. Perfect. Yeet! Perfect. Gotta take that med kit because we have very few left. I don't know why, but lately they've been shooting that barrel for me. Alright, let's reload because there's about to be a fight here where I need to be armed to the teeth. We throw a couple of remote mines, but it's a scripted fight. And I can kinda make us... Alright, good. We're gonna have better, Alright, and we clean up the bodies.
Looks like the HLZ is clear. Copy, Alma, approach.
Don't forget the health and armor, Fina.
Your eyes open for that.
And and we're gonna kick the bodies through that gate.
Head to ATC headquarters and find Fettel.
Because we don't leave our messes around. Clean up the bodies, point man. There you go. Alright. And now we head to Armachem Technology Corporation itself.
Monitoring them on the security network when we lost contact. Now the entire system is offline. Any news on the bad guys? We know they hit the main building shortly before 5 p.m. No estimate on enemy strength, but we should assume it's a sizable force. Hostages? Undetermined. There's no demand. Not as far as I know. Dust 7 on final. Copy, Dust 7. Do you have a visual?
Also, it's probably the best single line in the whole game coming up here. Listen close. Man, I live for this shit. Keep your dick in your pants. And then they immediately die. Put an 07 in the chat for Mr. Dick Out for Harambe. And we got a triple, which is good. We didn't get jammed up in the door there. And another double. What? We've got a sniper! My brother in Christ! I kicked him in the head! What are you talking about? Uh-oh. Yep, they're gonna be on alert now. Yeah, these guys are on alert now. It's not so bad. We didn't actually have a lot of slowdown. That's really good, all things considered. Stand still. And we jump off that guy's head and get into the building. Perfect.
The ATC network is offline.
They're nearsighted. Everything looks like a sniper. Maybe.
Should give us a better idea of what's going on in there.
We're going to meet very shortly a non-combat character who goes by the name of Norton Mapes. He's the worst guy in the whole game. Nobody likes him.
There's a reference to something called
I'm not even sure that Norton likes Norton. But we now have the best weapon in the game. We got the remote mine detonator, which gives the most satisfying little clicking sound whenever you... And that thing will one-shot enemies, which I will demonstrate to you, but not on these ninjas. Yeah, Cyberpunk 2077 thought that they invented Corpo Ninjas, but no, that was F.E.A.R. Alright, we're gonna kick this guy in the head. Boop. And we're gonna leave some mines for the enemies. Because we know where they're going to spawn. There he is. How you doing, Norton?
It's Norton Mapes. I'm an engineer.
Don't shoot, you say? We'll grab a reflex booster just for style points.
What am I, an IS lackey? Tell you what.
And we'll reload all of our guns. Now, you're gonna witness the majesty of the remote mine detonator in just a second. Let me in! Let me in! There we go. I love that so much. That was Norton's cubicle. Hello? Are we... Hey, there we go. Yeah, you do. Alright, well, None of them got one shot, and that's sad, but oh well. Not much I can do about that. Other than lose time. What?
Mr. Mapes, do you copy? Mr. Mapes! There is that idiot.
Not a single one of them was one shot by this thing. That is not how that's supposed to go. That's fine, though.
This is Jin. We're on the roof. Okay, I'm showing that the network has been rebooted. Good job. It'll take a minute for the system to come back on.
There you go. There's an example of it. I'm gonna use that a lot more.
Security being on a separate network. I can monitor the camera feed, but I don't have any direct access to the system.
Mom is up top there with the blood smear. Hi, Mom. Oh yeah, spoiler alert for the game that's almost old enough to vote. Alma is your mother.
You've seen her, haven't you?
Harlan Wade is technically your grandpa. And Alice Wade is your sister. Punch the plate glass in solidarity with the any % runners.
We are separate, but we are one.
Yeah, come this November, the game will be able to vote. October 17th, 2005.
Floating in darkness.
Like the unborn in the womb. Soon I will find her, and I will set her free.
Alright, we're gonna kick the skeletons, because they travel way further and faster than anything else. But also, I need to clean up the bodies. So, goal, we got both of them in there. And Jin has hot dogs for fingers.
These guys didn't fire a shot.
I don't know. Watch your back. We'll figure it out. All right, buddy, get moving. Fennel's got to be close.
And just like that, yet another split. I went the wrong direction. I don't have the world record in this game. No, sir, not me. Never, not even once. I killed myself with that grenade. I don't believe it. It didn't actually make it into the room and I didn't see it. The object is to get this table not flipped.
Sounds like he's wired up with explosives. Roger, I'll send somebody to help out. Give him a comm link. Hello? You guys special forces or something? That's right. Just sit tight, Mr. Bishop. Aldous Bishop. Demo team's on its way.
Alright, so we're gonna leave a mine in front of this one because there's a heavy armor that comes out here. But these guys all come out of the elevators in the exact same order every time. So it goes 1, 2, 2, 1, and then... the heavy armor one. That's the only time they've never come out of the elevator. That's really weird. People don't believe me when I say that game is like cursed and it's one of the scariest games that I've ever played.
Hey, good to see you again.
Also, I'm going to kiss this man. This man's name is Douglas Holliday, and he is my favorite character in F.E.A.R. And I'm gonna give him a little smooch.
Stand back.
Kiss a homie. Kiss your homies. It may be a horror game, but this is also a romance game. It is the tale of my love for Douglas Holliday. Yeah, I would kiss my homies. You wouldn't kiss your homies? Oh, it didn't trigger the cutscene. He's actually got to walk up to the dude.
That's right. Don't worry, you'll be fine.
Get shit off of me.
Ha! Got him!
Whoever rigged this is definitely a pro.
That's supposed to make me feel better.
Maybe a pro, but I'm mad at it. The fire alarm. It was triggered at a security office on that floor. You'll need to shut it off to get me. Mr. Bishop, do you have any idea why you were taken hostage?
They were asking about Harlan Wade. Me and his daughter Alice are on the same task force.
What kind of task force?
We're working on a study on the Auburn district over the past 25 years. Nobody told us what it's for.
Where's his daughter now?
Yeah, your homies, your Joombas, your whatever. Kiss him. Show him you love him.
The elevators are working again, but now the security gates are all shutting. They're gonna have to find another way to the roof. Holiday, can you guys escort Mr. Bishop? We'll take good care of him.
Betters, I'm pretty much done here.
Serious?
I'm gonna do some lab work.
Alright, get back to the roof and sit tight. Maybe a while before we can get a ride out of there for you.
Understood.
So we've got one of the other members of the team, and we're trying to extract him. We're trying to figure out what Armacam's been doing. Cause it ain't nothing good. Wow, they didn't shoot me at all. Man, I love the vocalizations in this game. The report of the shotgun blast, and the replica just goes, huh? That grenade is art. I love that so much.
We're on the roof. Good. How you holding up, Mr. Bishop?
Looking forward to getting the hell out of here.
Oh no.
Bet you are.
Ugh. I'm missing every jump. Except for the very first one. The one that saves like 23 seconds. No, I'm not. I just want to leave.
We're taking fire. Get us the hell out of here. What's happening? Bishop's down. Repeat, Bishop's down.
Bishop is down. Repeat, Bishop is down.
Are you sure? Oh yeah, I'm sure. Friendly fire?
We've got a man down!
I think that they were deliberately targeting me. What the fuck is ATC doing? Guess they didn't trust him to keep his mouth shut about something. God, I hope you're wrong.
Alright, and we need a quick safety save here because you can die at the bottom of this.
Shit, your signal's breaking up.
Oof. Good thing we didn't hit that ledge. And now for padlock number 3. The second hardest padlock to hit. For me, anyway. Alright, flashing lights and sounds warning. Because of that explosion and the gas line rupturing, this whole building is unstable and there are parts of it that are falling. And there are pipes on fire. The whole thing is just a nightmare. So we activate slow-mo for the second time in the run right there. I think I said the only time when I was talking about the electrical box. I forgot that this was even in here. Because I'm doing it off the top of my head as I'm going.
They left her to die.
And we wait for some of the water to fill so we don't take fall damage. And then swimming is actually faster than walking. So we do that as well. Aegis, I would heavily suggest playing this game. You can get it on GOG, and you can also get it on Steam. If you get it on Steam, it includes all of the DLCs and also F.E.A.R 2, and I think F.E.A.R 3 as well. It's like a whole collection. If you get it on GOG, you can get individual titles. If it's on sale on Steam, I would suggest picking it up. I think it's worth playing through the entire series at least once. Trigger warnings for the ending of F.E.A.R 2, though. It's particularly bad. It was, we'll just call it edgy in its day, and it hasn't aged well. No, you can't.
Hello? Oh, it's you. Christ, I thought I was a goner.
Mr. Mapes, you're still alive.
No thanks to you guys.
What are you doing here?
The elevators are offline, and those soldiers are everywhere. You've got to find a security office and override the lockdown.
You're gonna stay put this time?
Sayonara, sucker.
Alright, and that's the end of the split. Norton Mapes has left us twice. Not a big fan of Norton Mapes. And Norton Mapes is about to, instead of just running away from us, actively hinder us and our proceedings. He's a real jerk, and we don't like him. I don't think I know a single person that likes the character of Norton Mapes. Also, I call him Ginger Dennis Nedry, because that's kind of what he is. But his belt buckle also reads RTFM, which, if you've ever worked in tech or any kind of trade, you will know means read the effing manual. But you know what? We made it out in front of Norton Mapes because we're just faster than him. Norton Mapes is the suck, and not in the good way. Yeah, this part is extremely horrible for a lot of people playing it for the first time. They're like, these turrets suck, and it's taking up all my health and armor and weapons and medkits and everything. We actually don't care about the turrets at all. We just run directly past them. Hello? There we go. Cool. We made it. Got stuck on those pipes there. There's a hidden med kit, and it's actually faster than walking around to the stairs for you to jump into that pipe. But it keeps you in the line of the side of the turrets a little bit longer. And thankfully there will be no more turrets. Come here. Come here. Give it a safety save and activate the panel so that the big robot can't shoot us. Yeah, I still hear chicken every time too. Squad chicken! It's delicious! So we jump off the top of the boxes and just grab onto the ladder as we go because it's faster. And the same thing that we did earlier in Sayonara Sucker, we're just gonna throw a grenade, and then we don't have to deal with shooting open a grate. We just drop right through. High explosives, let's go. I do love that bit, Junie.
Chicken or rice?
Alright, and hopefully they don't see me until late. Nope. Never mind. Well, at least we have a good amount of armor still. And that's some good time. Alright, this is the darkest split in all of the game. And no matter what you have your lighting or shadow settings to, it automatically turns them to this setting. So I just run with the flashlight on. The little bar in the bottom left is our flashlight's power. We're gonna skip a cutscene because it's motion-based, or it's positionally based, because you can still move during it. Keep firing! And then they all exploded. Yeet! Do you mean on like a date? Because that would be nice. It's been a while. I'm sorry, I like to banter with the replicas. They're too funny. Get out of there! I think that that's the only appropriate response when you watch your friend's head get shot off in front of you. It's to just yell fuck at the top of your lungs. Hello? There we go. Ha! Got him. So is everything else in this game. He said, this transmitter's a piece of shit. Because he keeps losing track of where Paxton Fettle is. Not thinking that maybe just because there's a transmitter implanted in his brain. He's psychic, so maybe that's not doing the best that it could. Like it would on a normal person. Also, we're gonna say hi to our mom in the corner here. Make sure you say hi to Alma. Big, is there anything that you would like to say? We're gonna have a long section of running and gunning and just clever jumping and stuff. This is the longest split in the game, so now is a perfect opportunity for anything and everything you want to say.
Listen, I have been sitting here enthralled by the level of gameplay you're giving us, gamer. And I know that this game has thrown you some curveballs, which is something that we've talked about a lot because, as you know, obviously, I spend a lot of time watching you play this game.
I do play this a lot, and you are very often there, yeah?
Yeah, it's one of my favorite things you do. And so watching you react to the way that these various enemies are subverting your expectations is really cool to see in the moment because, as we know, this is a no reset run, and this is a very reset heavy game. And so, like, it's really cool. I think that as far as things I can add to this. I really appreciate the fact that this game like has such dynamic movement. You did sit down and try to teach me the speed run for this not too long ago, and I have not forgotten that I promised you a run that is an actual run at some time. But like, it's hard, gamer. This game is hard.
Yeah, we put it on low difficulty, and it's still pretty hard. Like,
it's hard, and you're out here yeeting yourself onto the edges of picture frames and effortlessly like scaling a wall while I will sit here throwing my hand at it and it won't even move for me, kind of thing. So this is a phenomenal run, and I'm really enjoying it.
I'm glad you're enjoying it.
And we can really see here, like, a lot of the things that this game inspired other games to do, namely Trepang, because we just saw Trepang. But, like, F.E.A.R as a game is really important because there are not only, like, thematic elements that get adopted into other horror experiences, there are, like, mechanical aspects, there are technical aspects. The AI is something that a lot of games like try to mimic and create, and they just haven't been able to do it the way F.E.A.R does it.
Yeah, a lot of people really, really love talking about the AI from this game, and it's very good. So the level design in this game was specifically made. Hang on, there you go. It was specifically designed in such a way that there are multiple entrances and exits to every area, and so enemies can always circle around and double back to you and everything. It's very interesting because they will ping you. I was full on medkits, there we go. They'll ping your character, and then be like, oh, the character is here if you do something that makes noise. Or if they see your flashlight, or any number of interactive things.
If you bump the phone in this game, it falls off the wall and makes noise, which catches the attention of the AI.
Yeah.
Trash can in this game, it rattles across the room and catches the attention of the AI. Monolith did such a good job making the environment of this game not only labyrinthian, but highly interactable, and like not even in ways that are intentional. Like, it's a lived-in space that you can influence in profound ways. And all of those subtle little things catch the attention of these AI. And so, like, the lines that Fina's often making are super precise, not only to cut the fastest path through the level, but to not bump into stuff and alert the guards.
Colonel.
Now,
If you know, if you know, you know.
Yeah. I don't want to alert the guards, so to speak. Now, Fina here is trying to get Alice to follow her in a specific pattern. She went back to go collect Alice, which is not something she normally does.
I wanted to make sure nobody was in the way, because if anybody steps in the path of Alice, she just stops moving, and then the enemies have to ping you again and then move forward, and you have to wait for the enemies to move so that she can run around them.
And since there's multiple pathways in the level, which we mentioned earlier, it can complicate the route that Alice ends up taking to get to this elevator, which is why she's often considered a run killer.
Also, I'm gonna wait until after this next elevator, but Alice has no shoes. And she's got the Skyrim boot foot problem, where she doesn't have feet, she has flippers. So it's been confirmed by anyone who plays this game and looks at her feet that Alice is in fact an otter. Alice is an otter.
This sucks.
Yeah, she's got flippers for grippers, and it's incredible that she's out here living her best shoeless life when this game is when this area is assembled by things like broken glass and shrapnel.
Sorry, I
and
freaked
hopes
out.
and despair.
I'm used to being shot at.
Rebar and all sorts of other
What's going
construction materials.
I'll wait here.
You oughta know. That's cute. I like that a lot. Oh, I never went and got the health booster, so I only have 100 HP for this from now on instead of 105. Doesn't matter because every med kit heals you 50, but I just don't have a higher max than I ordinarily would.
There you are. How did we get separated?
Alice, there's broken glass everywhere. Look at this! Put on some shoes. Please put on some shoes.
You should have a visual on the evac chopper.
Oh, the evac chopper? You mean this one? I just...
Oh my God.
You mean the evac chopper that I blew up, right?
My dad's in danger.
Your dad will be fine. You're the one I'm worried about.
What happened to the broken glass? She's got Deus Ex glass in her.
Yeah, what the hell is she thinking? She's headed for the garage. You gotta cut her off before she gets up.
Whatever, I turned those guys into strawberry jam and bone sticks.
And Alice is out here living free, dying hard, and trying to save her daddy.
One thing that she's not going to do, however, is drive a car into one of those helicopters. Wasn't that the stunt in Live Free and Die Hard? Where he's in like a parking garage. he just drives the car into a helicopter. Alice is not gonna do that. Even though she does get in her car and drive off, she's not bold enough to drive it into a helicopter.
You see, while this game might be old enough to drive now, it's still not old enough to vote. And when it came out, Alice was not sure how legal it would be, so she didn't get in the car that day.
Oh wow, I didn't even safety save there, but we got the picture skip on the very first try.
Let's go!
That makes me very happy. That is the hardest trick in the game. You have to shoot the edge of the picture, and then get it to dip down, jump on top of it, and run along the edge and jump up and over a railing using the object boost. That is... It's killed more runs for me than any other thing in the entire game. And I'm not being facetious or exaggerating, like... And you wanna... I'm sorry, I cut you up again. You wanna what?
I want to point out that it's important to safety save there, because if you miss the picture skip the first time, the frame has momentum, and you have to wait for it to stop moving.
It also doesn't dip as far if you shoot it again, and it gets extremely difficult for you to try and jump on top of it. That glass is the only glass in the game that doesn't break in one melee hit, so you have to shotgun it open. I don't know if you knew that, Big.
I didn't know that. That's a really cool fact. I wanted to point out the vending machines, since we're... Maybe y'all have noticed them repeating around the area. They look familiar, but they are not. They say Fizzy Cola and Diet Squish. And while I had you here, Fina, I was curious which flavor you wanted. I'm gonna go grab one from the machine.
Oh, can you give me a Diet Squish?
I got you.
Lemon lime everything. I'm not a regular cola person.
It's okay, I'll take all the cola for you.
Alright, hell yeah. This is gonna work. Guys, please, I'm only one guy. You don't need to shoot me this much. You know, I've often considered just, like, how many bullets have landed in Point Man And the fact that he just opens up a med kit and magically is fine. He's more gauze and lead than he is human flesh at this point. It's never not funny to me.
The mental image I have of Point Man at the end of the game is not unlike a pinata full of bullets.
I think of you ever watch The Empire Strikes Back, and you know the scene where Darth Vader's talking to all the bounty hunters and there's a dude that's just covered in bandages, Dengar? Yes. I always think of that at the end of the game. he's just completely covered in band-aids.
Why there?
Well, I did a little digging. Turns out Armacam bought this site from the government back in the 50s. Get this. There used to be some kind of underground military complex in that area. I don't think Armacam was interested in what was on the property. They wanted what was under it. And I'm guessing it has something to do with Oregon. We're hit! Going down!
Also, you're right, Mora. We can't skeletonize robots. So we're not even going to bother killing a single robot in this game. We don't kill the turrets. We don't kill the flying robots. We don't kill the giant mechs. We kill no robots. This is a robo-pacifist and friendly run.
Which is horrifying and bold, because there's a point where you're gonna come face to face with a very large robot, and it's literally just gonna back off when she rushes it. It's phenomenal.
It tries to punch me, but I'm in slow-mo because of the adrenaline, and it can do nothing about me running right by it.
We're still a couple of clicks away from the Ramamar compound.
And there's another section with 2 of them that have those rocket launcher suites. And I gotta tell ya, it's very tilting when they start shoving you back. Ha! Got him. Grenade out! It gets the enemies to back off, and then it removes those planks from the wall for you, so you don't have to. I killed the 2 guys behind that guy, and not that guy. Alright, and this is the robot section. See, he's like punching me and trying to shoot me, and I just told him no. Come back later. Later is read as never. And we're gonna run along the windows, jump on an AC unit, and get in to this apartment where they're gonna fire laser cannons at me. I missed the jump the first time, and I panicked.
You
Go ahead.
still made that look so easy. I can personally vouch. That window skip is so hard because the momentum that you yeet yourself out of the window while jumping makes it difficult for you to know how far you need to sort of back off of the jump before you completely fall off the collision. The boxes are so small and they're so narrow and they're so tight to the face of the wall itself that it's shocking that she gets through that so quickly.
It's you do anything a couple hundred times and you're gonna get good at it. A couple thousand times, you're probably gonna master it. So it's time and effort and practice.
So I'm hearing you're the master of fear, which is true, and you should own that.
I in fact have mastered my fear. So we're gonna do another little yeetus with the grenade there to take out those wooden beams so we don't have to sit there and punch them and get shot by the enemies while we do. This is a good amount of HP, not as much as I wanted, but that's okay, because there's some armor here. And we just jump and pick up everything and ignore the fact that he's point blank shooting rockets at my face. And that's a large van that we don't care about. That's supposed to run you over and be this, oh no! Run back the other way! Well, you can't! Ah! Run into the building! Ah! We don't care. We're like a honey badger in this run. Oh, they're shooting at me? I don't care. That a cobra that's biting me? I don't care. Are those ghosts exploding on me? I don't care. I just eat more cobras. Yeah, point-blank rockets don't do anything if you just say no to them. Say no to rockets. Instead of dare, it's gonna be rare. Rocket abuse resistance education, just say no.
Well, the situation in Auburn seems to be... expanded their cordon to include Auburn and have begun evacuating residents.
That's gonna be a yikes from me, dog. We're taking so much damage. Alright. So there's a section coming up here with a heavy armor that's back behind a doorway. And we need to stagger it. So you need to throw a grenade very precisely into the room and far enough so that it kills, or it staggers the heavy. And I hope... Nope, it didn't make it. We're gonna have to kill the heavy. It's a slowdown, but not as much as it could have been.
She's close now. Her presence is strong here.
Alright, and so we're gonna get rid of the particle cannon. We're gonna pick up the repeating cannon instead. Which... that always makes me so chuffed whenever I get that particular set of inputs. The guy doesn't notice you, and then you one-shot him with the remote mine, instantly change the gun, put the gun away, pick up both of the grenades, and then get on the ladder. It's so many inputs, all in a very short time, and when it works correctly, it works very correctly. You might notice me running on the sides of like slope surfaces in this and stairways. Any sort of ramp in this game or stairs is actually slower than running on flat ground. And so we do our best to get around as many stairs as possible in the run. So in the very opening scene, I actually jump on the very opening split. I jump on a handrail. Because we can't be bothered.
This way.
With slowing down. I'll take the armor, yeah. It's like a 0.4 second slowdown for you to take the armor instead of just moving on. But I'd rather be safer and consistent, especially in a showcase.
Baby Bear, medevac just got here. Glad to hear it. Thanks for the help. Wish I could have done more. Kick some ass.
Honestly, it really is action movie material. The sliding has a purpose, too, instead of just looking cool and moving me forward. Its purpose is twofold. It not only makes me lower to the ground so the robot can't see me, but it also, you cannot be stopped from moving forward. Your forward momentum can't be, there's pushback on those rockets, and if you're slide kicking, under no circumstances will you ever be moved back. So it'll push you forward and do the thing, and it's very, very cool. Also, hi, Alma.
I want you out of there as soon as you got Wade and the girl. Get them back to base so I can debrief them in person.
So there's a chance that it doesn't shoot you if you slide towards the car. And then once you get on the other side, if you slide past it, it can't, like, shove you back. Hello, Dominus. So we're now inside of the hidden facility where they were doing their most awful secret experiments. Gonna throw a couple grenades. Actually, I'm just gonna throw the one.
Look out! Grenade!
It's to make sure that the explosive barrel gets blown up, because if it doesn't, you gotta wait for the fire to clear, and the enemies might shoot it, killing you instantly. That's a little skip where we jump across some pipes and we save ourselves about 20 seconds of walking around to the far side of that.
He's over here! It's a sniper!
It's not a sniper. I'm literally using a shotgun.
Still there?
Didn't they say you were sniping earlier when you were using the detonator?
Yeah, or my feet.
Based.
Literally, I slide kicked some guy and he's like, "We got a sniper!" My brother, please. No.
Well, when you drop kick from so far and so quickly, I can see how that can be perceived as sniping someone from across the room.
I don't. Maybe I'm biased, though. I play this a lot.
It's true. We gotta get you on Mortal Kombat so that way you can play right in and then yeet yourself across the screen with your feet, and you'll see what I mean.
Ah, alright, yeah. You know what? That is truly a snipe. Oh, boy. I've been having a problem lately where the second mine hasn't been going off. I'm gonna stop and grab this med kit just so I have 3.
He's over here!
This is the final boss lock of the game. I have so much trouble with that lock in particular. I don't think I've... There's been like 1 or 2 runs total where I've gotten in one shot. But that right there, and the fact that we have AoE on the repeating cannon, it's the only reason that we pick it up. Oh, yeah, maybe they're saying we've got a sniper. That could be. Hello, Stormy, how's it going? Oh. Can we... Am I allowed? Nope, I took the damage. You can see that I'm at 3 HP, and that's not good. But we have natural regeneration in this game. So we'll regenerate up to 40, or until I hit a med kit, whichever is going to be sooner. We're almost out of HP, and we have a little bit of combat coming up here. So I'm trying to get as much regen as I possibly can before I hit the med kit. Hello. The repeating cannon also has knockback. So that went much slower than it could have, or should have. But this is, as they say, making it only by the skin of my teeth. I have 1 med kit and a dream.
Yeah, chat brings up a great point. 3 HP is 2 more than you'll ever need because Point Man doesn't really get shot that often.
That's very true. Oh no. I need to be on that box so I can get on that pipe so I can jump up and over. We're back to 1 med kit and a dream, but we have more armor and more health. And now we're gonna be 2 med kits and a dream. 1 med kit. 2 med kits. 3 med kits. And a dream. Let's go. All right, let's see if I can make the fancy feet jump all in one go. I hope so. All right, part 1 complete. Hit the button, quick save. Nope. Oh, I almost just ran right off the edge there. Alright, one medkit and a dream again. That's okay, the combat is largely over in this section. And we're gonna get more armor. Now, ordinarily, you'd have to walk all the way around and go through another section, but we're just gonna jump on top of this thing and then hit the button. Because I guess the devs didn't expect when the path leads you so directly down and forward that, like, you'd ever just jump over the railing over there, but we're speedrunners and we don't care what the devs expected. Ah, yes, Norton Mapes bleeding out on the ground. What a beautiful, gorgeous sight. You have to destroy this facility before they let her out. So, our grandfather, Harlan Wade, is the one who shot Norton Mapes, and that's the only good thing he's ever done in his entire life. Because if you actually play this game and know the story of it, his entire life's work is basically that sphere right there. And that sphere contains Alma. It's a sensory deprivation chamber, essentially, that makes it so that Alma doesn't feel or hear or see anything at all, because she's telepathic. She reads the minds of others. She's also empathic and feels the feelings of others and knows their intent. And so, in order to try and harness that power, that crazy cool brain power, they did some very, very bad things to her. That it could potentially be triggering to some people, so I'm not going to talk about it any more than that, but Nightmare doesn't even begin to describe it, Paxton.
Yeah, and just real quick, I want to say, while this series is really cool and really good, if that type of theming is bothersome to you, this is the one that features it the least.
Yeah.
So that's just something to keep in your back pocket if you are interested in playing these games. That it can be more troublesome to engage with as the series progresses.
No life signs detected.
She died 6 days after we pulled the plug.
Release sequence complete.
She died 6 days after we pulled the plug. Alma is still here. She turned our grandpa into raspberry jam. Kill them. Kill them all.
Honestly, good for her.
Yeah. Same. I agree. Kill them. Kill them all.
This is definitely one of those instances where I support women's wrongs.
Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss. Alright, now that Alma has been set free, we're gonna see a lot more of those ghosts. Those little ghosts are like physical manifestations of her anger and rage. I don't exactly know what to describe them as other than just calling them Alma's wraiths, which is what they are. The enemy type is known as. We are approaching the end of the game. There's one more split after this, where we actually will encounter Alma and do combat with her. I say combat, but really she just tries to give us a hug a couple of times. The most dangerous hug. But there is going to be another section of intensely flashing lights, so if you have a warning that you'd like to put up, it begins now, and I'll tell you when it ends. Yeah, huggies are great when they're— oh my god, I fell.
Not like this.
I've never fallen there ever, even once, in my entire history of running the game. And I know it's— streamers said the thing, this never happens. That has legitimately never happened to me before. It was tragic.
You do get to show off what we meant earlier about the enemies having momentum and what it means when they push you when you're not sliding. So that is a cool demonstration of the concept, even though it is unfortunate.
Yeah, so when the wraiths get spawned in, sometimes they push Point Man. And there's a specific point coming up on a bridge. As soon as we get to the top here, where I'll be standing on a railing and it will be shoving me to the side. And I will show you. This railing right here, the game shoves you to the right. I'm actively pushing left in order to make it so I don't fall off. But the reason that we're doing that in the first place is the game pushes us backwards when they're spawning. So if you get on the railing, it's pushing you right instead of backwards, and it does save a small amount of time. Alright, this is the final split. There are more flashing lights. It might even be worse in this section. But it won't last for very long. I believe that we're done with the flashing lights and sounds. And the explosions everywhere. Oh no, not like this. Come on, man. So you stay in slow-mo. Nope, not happening. There's so many ghosty boys. You stay in slow-mo until you've killed a certain number of them. And the ghosty boys are chasing me, like a lot. Like a lot. There's so many of them! So if you ever play this, there's so many of the ghosty boys. And they follow you forever.
So I want to point out the trick that Fina was trying to do there, was she was trying to shoot the smaller boxes into a position where she could use them to hop up onto the larger boxes. And that would have actually bypassed some of those enemy spawns. But because they were so aggressive on her heels, she couldn't get it.
Yeah, unfortunately, I could not get them into the proper position. One of the boxes is good for the trick, and one of the boxes is not. So shooting them both, if you can, into a corner is ideal. If you shoot too far forward, they won't be flung far enough. If you shoot too far back, they won't go to the proper spot. If you shoot directly in the middle, then one goes one way, one goes the other, and you have the potential of not getting either of them to go in the right spot. It's just... it's very particular about its placement. All right, this is the final section, and Alma is going to be to our left, so we're going to stay away. But unfortunately, due to my lighting settings, I can't see anything in here. So we're going to quick save ourselves into the room and blink forward a little bit. The only way that you can blink forward like that is when you're in slow-mo movement. So that's the only part in the game where we're actually able to make that work. So we just keep shooting Alma for a while, and there we go. That is the last enemy that we needed to kill in the game. And we gotta go through a cutscene, touch the elevator button, and then set off a nuclear explosion.
You will be a god among men. Take her back to the vault.
And we can jump into this cutscene. So I'm gonna say hi to Grandpa. Say hi to Mom, it's a family reunion. And take a look at her file that says Alma Wade. I'm gonna try and dump all my ammo before the end of this. But we're gonna shoot the nuclear explosion because shooting everything has solved our problems so far. So shoot it, Point Man! Shoot the nuke! It's the only way to survive!
Surely bullets will save her right now.
We only had 2 left. And time will be coming up as soon as we get to the loading screen. So, it will be when I call it. Ready? And... time.
Congratulations. Very good run.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'm going to show off the epilogue here because helicopters are not meant to make it out in this game. Or really any video game. Helicopters constantly crash. Always. But the reason for this one is Alma lived. Spoiler alert. Alma lived. She made it out.
I don't know how you lived through that. We still don't know the extent of the damage.
We haven't been able to get through to anyone since the explosion. What about Alma? What happened to her? What was that sound?
And now we get credits.
Impressive run.
Yes.
Thanks so much for showing off F.E.A.R for us. Where can we find you, Fina?
You can find me at twitch.tv/Fina2112, or you can join my Discord and get invites of or announcements of when it goes live. It auto-deleted my message because links aren't allowed in chat, but it can be posted somewhere else by a mod, maybe.
Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Well, thank you again for a phenomenal run of First Encounter Assault Recon. That was a lot of fun, and I appreciate you being here. Folks in chat, stick around. We're going to have a very brief intermission and then some announcements after the break. So stay tuned, and then we will be raiding out.
All right, wonderful. Thank you for having me. Bye.
Hello, and thank you again for joining us for a very special Halloween Attract mode. Next time on Lady Arcaders, we're doing something a little bit different. On Wednesday, the 11th of October, we are celebrating International Day of the Girl with a 12-hour event featuring nothing but cozy games. I know. In this, our month of scary, we are doing cozy, but it's for a phenomenal cause. We will be benefiting CARE. So if you want to know more, please, of course, check out ladyarcaders.com/events. The schedule is posted there, and everything you need to know about the event is there for you as well. On our next Attract mode, which will be taking place on the 15th of October, we have a very special 100% run of Luigi's Mansion by Elite Spud. So we'll be dipping our toes right back into the scary content with Luigi, my favorite of the green Marios. Don't forget, submissions for Attract mode are open year-round, and showcases are always something we're looking for. So we would love to have you apply if you are interested. All you gotta do is check out ladyarcaders.com/start and fill out the submission link. In a similar note, we are also accepting applications for volunteers year-round. So if you're interested in joining us behind the scenes here on Lady Arcaders, whether it's for Attract mode or for the Super Showcase every year, you can find more information about that process as well on ladyarcaders.com. Stick around, we are about to raid into Mars Cakes, who is playing Haunting Ground. She's also wearing a very special cosplay of Fiona. I don't want to spoil it for you, but it's very cute. So please make sure you stick around, grab that raid message, and of course, thank you so much for being here. I've been your host, BigScared. You can find me as BigScared wherever, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Take care, everyone.